Today, we're cooking hot dogs on the Little Joe. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. I found a bird feeder at Ace Hardware, and these are not easy to find because Weber fans are picking them up 5 at a time. I searched far and wide to find this one. But when you do find one, I thought, well, how can I bring it up a notch? So today, I'm turning it into a cooker that we can actually grill on. So these grills are available from Ace Hardware, like I said, but I don't really see a brand name on it. It's certainly not a Weber. It's not made in this country. Fun Bird Feeders kettle grill shaped bird feeder. It says on the tag, and inside it shows you the 3 different colors that it's available in. So there's a red and a seafoam green, and then this real pale yellow color. And I suspect that has to do with what looks good, but also what looks good to the birds. So that's governing a lot of that. So the bird feeder is metal construction, not heavy as a Weber kettle though. But because it's metal construction, they use simple fasteners. So you can just unscrew the top, and this is how you would normally add seed to the grill. When you take the lid off, you can see here, painted inside and out. The bolt that holds that topper on is threaded into another bolt right here. You can see, save time for you, I've already disassembled that. So make sure you get that out. I had to use my Dremel tool to knock down a little piece of weld that they had here to hold it in place to speed up their assembly, I suppose. Set those aside because we're not going to be needing those. The next thing I did was I took a cutoff blade for my grinder, and I cut off a side here and a side here. This one was made by Makita. It was pretty well spent, so I didn't mind messing it up. And I cut it off so that it would slip in without having to cut apart any of the bird feeder itself. Because I'd like to be able to put this back together, use it as a bird feeder sometime if I choose. But by cutting those off, it provides for a seat. Think of it as a lower grate where the charcoal can set and not be in contact with the painted sides. Hopefully that will give us some protection there. But it also provides some airflow around this saw blade, so we can get airflow from the center and from the sides. And there's a tube that goes all the way down to this feeder tray where the birds would normally collect their seeds. It comes out this tube in the bottom here. Then I said, well, if I'm going to make it look like a Weber, I want to put a better handle on it. And so I had an old handle here. It's a plastic-like material, but it's resistant to higher heats. It's made for a kettle. It came off of a 1993 kettle, my Weber Dubber Performer. If you want to learn more about that, I'll put a link to it right here. And I grabbed a bolt and washer arrangement, and it's really just a wood thread kind of bolt. The right length. Needed it to come through about 1 inch so that it would thread onto the plastic here. Doesn't have to last forever, but we do like things to work properly. So I'm just going to snug that down. Okay. So now we have a kettle that's ready to go. What we're missing is a cooking surface. We'll do that next. For the cooking surface in our miniature Joe, I just thought of that. We have a Jumbo Joe. There is a Smoky Joe, which is smaller. So why don't we call this guy a Little Joe? Well, let me know in the comments. Should I call this the Little Joe? I like that idea of that. Let's see how that floats out there. Get us a comments back. Okay, this is what I've chosen as a cooking surface. It's cast iron, and it came also from Ace, but it's made for the big green egg. It's called a cast iron fire grate. And this one, they had a couple sizes there for the big green egg section. This one measures 6.5 inches across. And I chose this because it's the right diameter for the Little Joe, but also it gives us a heat source or a heat sink to collect a lot of heat. So even though I'm only going to be able to fit, who knows, 3 or 4 chunks of lit charcoal in this, I can preheat this grate on my propane or somewhere else, bring it to the party, and it'll already be hot. So when I put the lid on this, this is going to really bake up well because the heat that's being fed by the charcoal, the air that's being fed by the vents underneath, and the heat retention that this cast iron grate represents. And this thing, it's heavy as a Smoky Joe when you add this, pretty near anyway. So let's fire it up and see how it cooks. All right, we're gonna put in 4 briquettes of B&B charcoal. I'm gonna put these, kind of position them this time instead of just really nice, because I've never lit this small a number in the chimney before. Light it up. And let that get going. And we're also going to open up the Little Joe. It's not hot yet, but I want to be able to put it back in. So I got my long pliers, my cast iron grate for the Little Joe, because I want to heat that up too. Let's get it all good and hot. Okay, coals are in place. Position those around, hopefully so they will breathe. Then get this out of the way. We didn't really use that. Cover it up. We'll leave the back cracked a little bit so we can get a good better air flow through it, and give it a minute to warm up. Okay, got my temperature. You can see probe right there. See the laser. Give the outside temperatures 230 at the very top, 243, 44. On the bottom, closer to the coals, 280, 291. It's the hottest temperature I see. So let's take a look underneath. 235 on the grate itself, 500. $430. Out here at the edge, $330. In the middle, over the right, direct in the middle, $380. Closer to 400. So what I've done is I've taken a meter probe and put it down inside of this tube steak called a hot dog. And the hot dog is going to give us an internal temperature, and then the tip is going to give us an external temperature so we can see what's happening in the cook a little bit. I'm going to put that guy. Ooh, I don't know if you could hear that sear. Surprisingly good. Hot dogs come in packs of 10. Hot dog buns, packs of 8. Who do I see about that? I need to talk to somebody. All right, close it up. Keep it cracked. And set your watch. All right, these dogs are coming along good. But I have a subscriber who I want to dedicate this. First, Little Joe Cook. I want to dedicate this to Gray in Mississippi. And I want you to share hot dogs. Talk to Miss Jessica about this. Share hot dogs with Gigi and Nola. And you have one too, because I want you guys to grill on. I appreciate your support. And you hang in there, buddy. I know you love to grill, and I'd love to meet you in person. We'll talk to you later. Got my clickers. Let's check it out. Ooh, it's already starting to brown a little bit. Still cooking. Give it a turn. Well, I've learned I'm supposed to turn them like that, end over end. First timer. Bam, made it. Check my temperatures on the grate. We're still 450, 4 and 500. These dogs are going to cook just fine. Okay, let's take a little look at very good. I was worried that the paint might be a problem on, listen to that sizzle, on this little bird feeder, but I guess it knows what's up because it's acting just like a grill instead of a bird feeder. It knows what it needs to do. Let's see, I'm supposed to flip it this way. Okay, got it. But I'd like a little of that dark on there. Miss Donna loves it. Black as black can be. And I think I could do that if I could get a custom cut grill grate from the manufacturer called Grill Grates. It's aluminum, anodized aluminum. Here's a challenge. Next time you go to a grill grate, come say, make a Little Joe for grill grates. A Grill Grates custom made Little Joe, so we can use it on our new Little Joe Little Joe kettles. If we can get Jumbo Joe to send me one, I will cook something special on it. I'll cook a steak on it if I can get one of those from the manufacturer. So I'm going to copy them. But it won't hurt for you to make a comment in their section too. Say, grill on with Jeff or Jeff on fire. Send them over here. And if that reminds me, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you know, that's how it keeps me going here. And if you'll subscribe and like, share, tell your friends. You can like, dislike, whatever you got to do, but subscribe, please. That's what I'm going to need in order to keep providing these fun little projects. Okay. It is just about time. The internal temperature on these is, on this one is 160. So I'm going to move him out to the edge. But I think what I've discovered here with this little project is not only does the Little Joe, it works, it's fun to do, and it's something different and unique, but for decades, people have been trying to uncover the reasoning why hot dogs come in packs of 10 and hot dog buns come in packs of 8. So I took half of the pack of hot dogs and half of the pack of hot dog buns, and this, I've decided, is what it's for. That extra hot dog is the loner. That's the one you eat at the grill. This is the one, the donor. This is the one that everybody wishes they had. So I'm going to start it off with a little taste test. That's good. You can see the spikes sticking out of there. You don't want to bite through that. But the dog's good. It has a little smoky flavor. You can tell it's been grilled. This is so much better than the microwave, or even kind of a griddle flavor to it because of that big cast iron. Let's get all of these into their final resting place. I'm going to get these in position, and then I'm going to get the one that donor dog back in service. All right, we're going to leave this hot dog, the donor hot dog, in the Little Joe so we can monitor temperature, see how long those 3 briquettes of B&B charcoal last and what kind of temperatures they have over a longer period of time. So if we could figure out from that if we can cook another batch of hot dogs on 3 bricks of coal or what. But I'm going to get these into the dressing room so we can get them ready for consumption. Okay, it is hot out there. So I came inside to give us a little taste test. It's lunchtime, so why not? I got my hot dogs straight off of the Little Joe. Add me a little of my favorite Heinz ketchup. Not too much. And plain old yellow mustard. Heinz has the best bottle. French's may be more flavorful, but convenience is worth something too. So when it comes to yellow mustard, I go with the Heinz. Now, I'm gonna get some hate mail because I put ketchup on my hot dog. Don't have to be a hater. Eat it any way you like. But I like a little ketchup and a little mustard. And if I had any fresh onions, I would chop that up. That'd be on there too. But that's how I like my hot dogs. These fresh bread buns. Something to be said about that too. You make your hot dogs the way you like them. Don't forget to hit the Grill company up for this anodized aluminum for the Little Joe kettle cooker I just built in this video. And I think I'm going to cook some other things on there too. I'll figure out probably some steaks, some hamburgers, and some simple things to begin with. But please like the channel, subscribe right now, tell your friends to like it and subscribe. Tell them this guy built took a bird feeder and turned it into a grill machine. And tell them it's Jeff on Fire. Use the @ symbol and Jeff on Fire, and you'll find my whole channel. You'll see all kinds of cooking, from pizzas and lots of product reviews, steaks, a lot of things, and I'm always adding to it. So like, subscribe, and grill on.